Hey there, sweet friends. I hope you are all well. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to be creating a card today. I know you all really enjoy when we create our folios and our mini albums, but I do have to say that card making is my first true love of paper crafting, and it does have my heart. We're going to be working with a spring theme today using a printable from my shop and papers from my stash. Although it is April 16th. We are here in Southeast Michigan. It is currently 37 degrees. So it does seem like spring has been canceled for us here in Michigan, but we can still enjoy the theme when we're working on our cards. And so this is going to be kind of a faux zigzag card here. I'm going to incorporate some arch shapes using some dies and all these beautiful layers. So if that sounds good to you, then stick around and we will make it together. So one of my goals this year is to really get into my stash papers and get use out of these. And so I am going to be combining this beautiful Millie's Garden collection with some printables from my shop. And so this is just a really lovely nature-inspired collection. It's very warm and vintagey, and so I think it pairs really well with this vintage sage spring printable that I have from my shop. I just printed this in the size that it was designed, and then I chose the image that I wanted for the front of this card. And so I can save the rest of these images for other projects. And then I also have sentiment strips that were included in this collection. And so if I want to add a little bit more personal note on there, I can do that as well. Because I have this beautiful sage colored cardstock in a very heavy weight, I can skip my base layer, which would normally be a white cardstock, and then layer this colorful cardstock on top, and then put my pattern paper over that. But I can skip one step of that because this is so nice and thick. And so even though it has some moving parts, I do want this to have a fun fold action to it as well. And so when it is folded, it will be a standard size of 6.5 by 5. And then it also is going to have a double layer for the back. That will make it very sturdy. It's going to give us a nice finished edge, and then also give us a place to incorporate the moving portion of this card. And so this first piece of cardstock is going to measure 6.5 by 10, and I scored it at 5, so that is right in middle. And then the portion that will be moving is going to be 3 high by 11 wide, scored at 1 and also 6. And so this is just going to be the exact width of our card and give us a little flap that we can tuck inside there to secure it between the layers. I do want to utilize my 2 glue combo to make sure everything is well secured. And I'm just going to set this right along my work surface that I get everything nice and straight and even. And now you can see that this is going to move, and I have that captured what will be in between these layers. So continue to use your 2 glue combo, especially with the Paper Rose brand of papers, because it does have a bit of a gloss on it, and so you would want to make sure that you've got it really well secured. And so I'm just pulling the backing from my double-sided tape there, and then adding my 2 glues, and this will seal up just like a regular old card. And so now we have a very sturdy base, and we can begin to build our layers. We want to start in the back because the placement of our arched piece will be helpful for the next coming layers. So let's just go ahead and add that. Now, this is a beautiful rose. I think that's a rose. I don't really know my flowers as well as I should, I think, but I am going to utilize that 2 glue combo throughout, and this is going to be the very back of the card. And so you would just go ahead and center that. The measurement for this is going to be 6 3/8 by 4 7/8. I'm going to take a piece of the offcuts that were created as I was working along, just to have as a layering pattern, and put that right along the bottom I'm utilizing the same border for our base layer, and that will be there. So I mentioned earlier that we're going to be using some arches. I think you could easily substitute a different shape. You could put a circle or an octagon or an oval, anything that you have that you can use a die for to have these multiple layers. And so this is just a nesting set, and I picked the one that I wanted. The larger one cuts the cardstock. The smaller one will cut the pattern paper. If you just want to cut a rectangle or square, you could simply do that by cutting your measurements and then leaving enough for there to be a border. But you see I have just added my pattern paper here to that cardstock. And I know that I want this to be positioned right about here. So it's center right to left, but higher than middle. And that will become important when we get to the front cover. So now what we want to do, you see a portion of this will be concealed behind these layers, is I want to put a pattern here as well, because this is going to show when it's opened. And so I have these pieces cut to be 2 7/8 by 4 7/8, and I'm going to add these to those sections where we have our moving parts. We're still going to get that nice border. Because we chose to make all of these moving parts the same size, it was definitely easier to cut these pieces. So now what I want to do is open this up, and then I want to add my next arch of cardstock in between the next layer. So I have put a little bit of my double-sided tape there, followed up by my Tombow, and you see I have positioned that lower to the bottom. Now I want to add the pattern paper that will go on the front of this moving section, alternating those patterns from my stash. And so I'm just using up what I have and mixing and matching those florals with those more neutral patterns so that all of my layers are going to show. Then I'll just set this right on top. You see, I can position that, and then everything will line up perfectly, and that is exactly what I want. Back to this other side, because I want this to be a card that you could use and then add a sentiment to, I'm going to put that piece here. And so I'm just going to work in a little bit of this white cardstock so you could write a nice sentiment and sign it. And it will not be visible from the front of the card. So when you display it, you're going to get all those lovely layers of pattern, and then you can still have this be much more personal with this sentiment on the back. So now you've got that covered. Everything is lining up. Do you want to add another pattern here to the front of this arch? And even though it is still a floral, it has a very different palette, and so it is lighter on the background, and it will be a very nice noticeable layering pattern. So let's just add that here. I love these arches. I think they're such a great way to get a lot of detail, but they're easy to cut. They're not intricate like those doilies, and so that makes them much faster. I'm not going to cover this side because it really won't show when this card is opened, but I do want to cover the front. And there is more of that pretty wood grain. It's a really neutral, and so that is going to help with my printable, and I know that is going to work really well with that. Dropping that in there with the nice border. This is so many layers thick that it is really super sturdy and a little bit heavy, which is nice. So I'm coming back in with my last arch, and just like the one in the center, I need to position my adhesives lower so that I will have it contacting the base, but because it extends above the top, I don't want any of that adhesive showing. So I will just line that right up with the one underneath. And now you can see we have this beautiful zigzag action happening and you see how it will be with those pattern papers showing from the front. I've got one of those images from my printable here. I did cut that with a rectangle that has a rounded edge and a little bit of a stitching detail. I put that on a heavy cardstock, pop that up on a spacer, put an eyelet here and a little bit of twine. There really isn't room for a doily, so I'm just gonna skip that particular layer. But you see we have some depth now with those spacers. And remember that I said we wanted to have a little bit of extra room here on the bottom. That's because I do want to incorporate a small flower arrangement. And so this is just made with those Magnolia flowers that I get from Really Reasonable Ribbon, with some different stamens, some die cut foliage, and stitched satin ribbon. And this is really going to help anchor the bottom of this card. And so I'm just going to attach that with a little bit of hot glue. As I mentioned earlier, we do have some sentiment strips that were included with this collection, or you could easily swap out a stamped sentiment on a die cut shape and include that here as well if you wanted to do that. But there will be room for some of my favorite finishing details. So of course I picked bird charms to go along with our bird theme. So I'm just going to attach those as I do with a little bit of string into hot glue. I'll clip the excess, tap the cut string with a button, and then of course last but not least I do have a couple of sequins that I want to incorporate here as well. And so this is just going to be another way to encourage those layers. I'll put two up on the raised section this time and then one down on the lower level so that it will help to enhance that dimension that we've added. So I'm going to add these with my Tombow. So that is going to be it for our project today. I sure do hope that you enjoyed it. You see we have our beautiful image and these lovely papers and all this great dimension. It will be nicely displayed with this zigzag formation, and you're still going to get a nice area where you can incorporate your sentiment, and so you can really personalize this card. It's also pretty versatile. I think you could really use any theme that you liked or use up any collection and then maybe incorporate some printables. If you do like these printables, I will add the link in the description so you can check them out, and then there will also be links for the trim and the flowers. So that's going to be it. I hope that you all enjoy a happy and productive day, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye.